Hello, beautiful people. It's a beautiful morning here in Port Harcourt from my farm. So the first thing first, I'll be checking on these beds is that I have to check the water lines. Last night I had to now replace this water. Before I got back from work, the water was really low. So it was already 24 hours. I had to change it. So I had to top a new set of antibiotics in the water. So that we can see here, I still have some leftover of it. So what I'm doing now, I'm just shaking the water tank so that any residue that might sediment underneath, these are medications that are most times in powdering form, so sometimes they might not mix very well with the water, so you will have some residues underneath. So I'm just shaking it for the little leftover to mix properly with the medication. So the next thing I'll be doing is to check on the beds. So I'm checking out from the little air where the space where the broilers are. So these are the broilers. So from observation, their feet are almost out. This one here is already exhausted, so I have to refill this, and even here I had to refill. So these are the broilers. These are Abor Acre broilers. They are doing well, but I have to open up this whole thing and also check out for the heat level. So stay with me. So these are the Noilers. I had to reposition this feeder so it's going to be close to the light source, and I noticed that their consumption is quite low, so which is a bit normal. The consumption of Noiler is quite lower than broilers. That's why the broilers still grow faster than them. So but over time, what I will do is that I think I will have to add some growth boosters to their feed. I can't do that to the water, because if I'm adding that to the water, it has to be the same water line that is feeding the Noiler. That's what connects to the broiler. So I'll just add only some boosters to their feed so that they help them to grow a bit faster, because I don't want them to waste much time here, in as much as they are Noilers. So the Noilers, their feed consumption is a bit low compared to the broilers. See the broilers here, this feeder is almost out, this feeder is almost out, and I had to top up the feed. So even these trays that are here, I will take them off. What I'll just leave only the feeders, the main feeders with them, because this tray, you can see here, there is a lot of waste on it. So I can't be using this tray again. It's actually a waste of feed. So last night, I noticed that one of my nipple drinker was not supplying water well enough, which is this one. So I am still noticing that the cup is still dry. So I still need to check again if the nipple is actually supplying water. Okay, it's still supplying water. So probably the height level is higher than them, so that's why they have not been taking water from there. But over there, at the extreme end, you can see that they're taking water from that source. So over there, so because there you can see it's wet. At that point, the nipple drinker is quite low for them. But over time, I will still take it up. I will raise it up. You can see here, the broilers are feeding very well. So what I will be doing now, I will just top up the feed. And I also noticed that the heat level has gone down really low. It has gone down really low. So what I'll be doing, I will make sure that I top up the kerosene. That will take them the whole day. But I will not increase the amount of the kerosene because it's quite a sunny day. Despite that, this part of the country, it rains at any time. So, but I'll still give them heat. Still add more kerosene, but the heat level will be a bit low. Because one thing when you're brooding birds is that the heat level on the first day and the second day, you will not continue that same heat level on the third day, because they are growing. Their immune system is also coming up a little bit gradually. So you don't give them the same heat all through the period while they are brooding. So while they are growing, you gradually reduce the heat. But in as much as you are reducing the heat, I don't have a thermometer here to check the temperature. So their movements will also give me an insight to how the temperature is for them. So whenever they are clustering, you know that the temperature is cold for them. Like you can see here now, they are spread out. So that means the temperature is quite warm. So but another reason why you see them spreading out like this with much excitement is that they are getting a brighter source of light. So naturally, when birds get bright light, they tend to flap around, get excited and stuff like that. So I think part of the reason why they are spreading out like that with much excitement is because of they are seeing a much brighter light. So but still, I think the heat level is okay for them. I'll just make sure that I get back on time when it is evening hours, when the weather might be a bit much calmer, so that I get to increase the heat level for them. So I don't want to run on much cost by giving them excess heat, because if I give them much excess heat this morning and afternoon hours, there's every tendency that they will consume more water, which is somehow not really good. So I'll just give them the necessary heat level that will be good for them this morning, top of their feed. You know what, I don't need to top up feed for them, because that feed there can still carry them all through the day. But the broilers, I need to top up the feed, because I don't want to find myself in a situation whereby they run out of feed. So I hope you like this video. You watching this far, you like what you're seeing. Brooding is not actually difficult. You just follow the necessary procedures. Make sure that the birds are comfortable enough. Give them a warm temperature in a confined space. In as much as I am brooding, I'm not making the place airtight. I'm using stove. Stove usually generates some level of smoke, so I still have some airflow coming out from the sides of the covering. I'll still show you guys when I do at the end of the video, when I'm covering them up. You still have some airflow from the side, so you just make the place to be covered enough to insulate the heat enough for them. Then give them heat. So give the birds heat in a confined space, and still give them some little source of ventilation, so that they don't get to die out of lack of oxygen. And give them the right medication. Follow your charts, and the birds will do very well. So I hope you like this video. Please smash the like button, and if you're new to this channel, please click the subscription button and follow me up tomorrow when I'll be dropping the next update of what is happening in this farm. So like I said initially from my previous video 2 days ago, I was supposed to bring in Ross 38, but I couldn't bring in Ross 38 because of some logistics reason. So I noticed that we are getting close to a festive period when the price of birds are going higher. So hopefully by tomorrow, my Ross 38 will finally arrive. I like using the Ross 38 because the speed of growth is quite much higher than that of the Abor Acre and this Noiler. So hopefully by tomorrow, when the Ross 38 will arrive, I'll do some adjustment here, to reposition the space. If you observe very well, I don't mix different species of chickens together during brooding. Even when they grow up, I don't mix them together because of their growth patterns, and the approach in taking care of the different species of chickens are not the same. It's only when they get bigger you can mix them, but especially while they are growing up from the brooding stage, it's ideal for you to separate them. These are Noiler. The time frame they spend here in brooding is not the same with these broilers, and these broilers are all Abor Acre. So if I'm even bringing a Ross 38, I'm not going to mix the Ross 38 with this Abor Acre, because the heat requirement for the Ross 38 is quite different from this Abor Acre. This Abor Acre will need more heat than the Ross 38, so I can still bring my Ross 38 tomorrow. That's like 2 days difference from today, and they'll still do very well, because the same heat that will hit these two birds can still cover up for the Ross 38. So that's the advantage when you're rearing more birds. When you're rearing more birds, this same heat source can even take care of 200 to 300 birds. So that means I am cutting down if I'm doing more. But if I'm just doing only 50, that same heat source will just cover for those ones. So that's the advantage of when you're scaling up your farm. So please watch one of my videos about the importance of scaling up your farm, and also watch all of my videos too, so that you get to learn and get more tips on how to make your farming experience a much better and a profitable one. So I'll see you guys tomorrow when I'll give you more updates of what's happening in the farm. Thanks for watching this far, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.